what the last 48 hours were like for you in terms of deciding if you would play, when you would play, what the rehab process was like, all of that?
Well, I was pretty sure I was going to play. Yeah. It's just been recovery, basically 36 hours, 48 hours of recovery, like everything that I could possibly do. Hot, cold, contrast, exercise, hyperbaric, everything that I could possibly do. So just so I could be out there and fight for my team.
How much did you feel it when you were out there fighting for your team?
Not much. I just wish I would have played better.
Aaron, it's early because it's just ended, but how do you look at this run and the idea that you got a coaching change, the GM with 3 games left, you were underdogs against the Clippers and win in 7 and take what most people think is the best team in the league to 7. So is it disappointment or is it, some pride over how you guys were able to kind of recover from the way the season ended?
Obviously, there's mixed emotions there, but I'm proud of my guys. I'm proud of our team. I'm proud of our organization. And of our squad. I think we fought very hard, gave ourselves a chance to beat the number 1 seed. I'm proud of us.
Aaron, kind of building on that, where's just the confidence that this core kind of is currently constructed can achieve what you guys are out to achieve the next couple of years?
Absolutely. Confidence doesn't waver. A couple of plays here or there could have changed the series. Confidence doesn't waver. I have full confidence in everybody in that locker room that we can do what we need to do and get it done.
Aaron, what would you say, obviously facing off against a 7-game series with a team like that, historically one of the best defenses that we've seen in recent memory, what would you say has been your biggest takeaway, playing against them and some of the things that they do that kind of make things, tough to navigate through?
They got a squad. Very interchangeable. They got a lot of pesky defenders. And they're well coached. Yeah.
Aaron, you played for Coach Adelman for the last 17 games. What are your impressions and how did you like playing for him?
Yeah, I love DA. I hope he's here next year. I hope he's our coach. I hope he gets an entire training camp and a whole off season and a whole training camp to figure out his philosophy. DA in Orlando, we have DA here. DA is great. He was excellent for us, and I hope that he's here next year.
Aaron, what's I don't want to say changes, but what do you guys need to do in order to get back to the top of the mountain?
Well, I think in this game specifically, personally, I think I was more focused on the refs than I was on the actual game. And so I think just narrowing our focus to what needs to be done and what needs to be accomplished. Health is a lot, I would really, really appreciate it if there were a couple of days in between games in the playoffs instead of every other day. Regardless if you go 7 games. I understand if you do your work early and you get first seed, then you can have some time off. But I think the days in between games, not just off day and a travel day, but a travel day and a recovery day, just two days. I think the product of the game would be a lot better. I think there'd be just a better product on the floor just to give all these professional athletes just one more day of rest. And you would see a higher level of basketball, probably less blowouts.
Aaron, why'd you say yes? Like, what was the determining factor, and what did you fight through today?
Oh, I never said no. There was never a doubt in my mind that I wasn't going to play today. The only thing that made me doubt playing was the MRI. The MRI told me something worse than what I was feeling.
And I know you and Michael are close. How have you guys leaned on each other this season? And obviously he's dealt with a lot of, he could use those extra days as well.
Absolutely, man, absolutely. I think everybody could. You saw it around the league, like Steph with the hamstring, you know what I mean? JT, man, big respect to Jason Tatum, man. I hope he gets better quick. I mean, there's guys like Dame, there's guys all around the league that are just like, suffering just like fatigue-based injuries because the games are so closely stacked together. And yeah, it would just be nice for just 1 or 2 more rest days throughout the offseason or throughout the postseason, just so we can come back fresh and compete. Because a lot of the times, it's the team that's most healthy, So it's not even the best team. It's the team that's most healthy. And I think what I try to talk to MPJ about is just rest your mind, rest your body, relax, and then when it's time to get back to training, refocus and narrow your focus and understand what the goal is.
When you saw the MRI, how much concern did you have about making the injury worse and knowing what that might mean?
Obviously, I knew the risks. Unfortunately, injuries are part of the game, so I knew the risks. But I wanted to be out there for my team.
And then, there were times like the transition, obviously, looked like you just couldn't get in that gear that you usually can. And, how did you feel like you were limited today?
I couldn't sprint. That was tough. But, I was trying to play a real old man game. Anytime I tried to sprint, it was going to just probably be a lot worse. I gave them all.
You were in the room with the fellas. You went through the battles with them all year long. Do you feel like this group got stale before the change? And what did you find in the last month that you'll cherish or you can use going forward as a group?
I mean, the game is great. Obviously, playing is amazing, but really what makes it special is just being around a high-character group of people and the interactions and the memories that you make and share with a great group of guys. The staleness, I'm not entirely sure. It's still fresh. I haven't been able to digest kind of the totality of the season, but just give me a couple of days and maybe I'll be able to answer that. But it's a great group of guys. I'm excited for the future of this organization.
One more trip.
Aaron, by playing today, were you basically playing to get the team through the next round, knowing would you have been able to play in the next round? Or was this kind of a one-off to get through this and say, you know what, that was probably it because you're going to have to rest it?
That's probably it, at least for 2 or 3 games into the next round. So I was saying maybe I could get through this one and then rest a little bit and come back later in the next series. Okay.
With everything that you went through last summer leading up to this season, and the improvements that you made on the floor, what are you most proud of that you did this season? And as the team, too, what are you most proud of the team with?
I guess just being able to compete for the first time without my brother by my side. I know he was with me, and I know he's staying with me, but I think just even coming out here and just competing is something in its own right. Yeah.
Thank you, Aaron.